Hey there again, guys. This is Derek D Money, aka One Take Blake. I heard One Take Drake was stolen, so we had to switch that name up a little bit. If I still look nervous, it's because I am, but we're gonna still make it through this. I had to switch things up a little bit because I don't have my phone right now, and I felt like I've been putting this video off all day for some reason, and something was like holding me from making it. But I'm not gonna let the devil stop me. And once I had it set in my mind, I was like, I'm going to the house, I'm gonna do this video. I left my phone in the car. I just went to go get some groceries, and so I was like, nah, I'm gonna find a way to do this still. So I'm gonna just record it off my laptop. It might be bad quality, who knows, but I don't care. Right now I'm just gonna get it out there. Now that that's out the way, I guess I'll start by saying, if you don't notice anything different, I'm in the bathroom. Pretty weird, right? Yeah, but like I said, this month is a very important month, and it's important to me for several reasons. For one, it's my birthday month, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this thing like I said last time, and I'm gonna start making these, and I'm gonna put out a couple this month, and they're very special. This one is actually a two-part series. So this one is about finding yourself and learning yourself. And it's a two-part series to loving yourself. And I'm gonna say right now, I'm still in the process of learning, finding, and loving myself. So we can both still grow from this. Any type of tips, ideas you have, also share those. But this is my thoughts on it. And I want to first start talking about a little bit. I guess I'm gonna say I started watching 13 Reasons Why this week, and it's kind of crazy because I've been wanting to watch it for a long time, but I just didn't think I was ready for it or whatever. I guess wasn't open-minded to it, or my brain wasn't ready for the thought process of it. But the show is a lot of good points. So I just want to recommend that, I guess I want to say. And also another reason why this month is important for me is because the same day of my birthday will mark the same day that I would have been in a 2-year relationship, which is my inspiration for making this video. There's a quote from a song that I like, and it's basically a relationship will make you have a revelation. And that's a quote from a song called Hereditary by J.I.D. Go check it out, that junk is lit. And basically, I lost myself a long time ago, and I thought I knew who I was, and I thought, I loved me, and I thought I'm okay with myself and everything. But there's a difference between being aware of yourself and being accepting of yourself. So accepting yourself is on the more of the loving yourself side, and the being aware of yourself is more on the learning yourself side. So that's why I figured it would be best to do this in 2 parts, and to understand first and foremost that you can't and you won't ever be able to love or find yourself in one day, or even a week, or even a month. Who knows, you might not ever really truly find yourself or reach that true level of self-actualization. So that leads me to my next part, which is a little bit of facts for your way. The hierarchy of needs basically is psychological development, or just a developmental type theory made by forget his first name, but Maslow's hierarchies. And it just basically marks the steps you need to gain access to before you can actually reach this level of self-actualization. And before you reach that, you basically have to get all these basic needs. You have to eat, survive, and everything. But then it moves up to more sophisticated things, like basically being accepted, if you think of it at its root. You have your basic needs, but believe it or not, you have to have that social piece. As human beings, that social piece is very important, whether we believe it or not. And before you can actually reach your self-actualization, there's a lot of pieces that you have to meet before you get there. And I feel that there are basically around 10 considerations. There's a lot of things to consider when looking for yourself or finding yourself or loving yourself. And these are 10 that I feel that I kind of keyed into from like my research and from my understanding. And I'm gonna share 5 this time. And to make sure that y'all stay tuned for the next jump, I'm share 5 the next time. And one thing that was very important to me that I didn't want to come to the realization of was alone time. Now, it sounds like I'm being hypocritical right, or wishy-washy, because alone time is the opposite of human interaction and us wanting to be social. But if we can't be alone with ourselves, then we aren't going to be able to be alone with another human being and be able to understand, them. So being alone and understanding ourselves and what our brain thinks about and how we think about life and how the things that we've experienced, we have to really be alone in order to think about those things. And a lot of alone time will give you a lot of time to think about those things. So being alone is important. Now, I'm sorry. Another thing that goes with being alone that's very important is self-reflection. So just because you're alone doesn't mean you're using that alone time efficiently. So there's a couple pieces that you need to put into place for this alone time to make sense. And self-reflection is a part of that. If you're just alone, you're not doing anything, you need to self-reflect and actually go back and think about, the things that you did and how you impact life and how other people impact your life, and really make some decisions there, whether you want to be beneficial or detrimental. And that choice is up to you. Which leads me to the next consideration is accepting yourself. And to accept yourself, you have to be aware of yourself, which is a part of this finding yourself part. So I figured taking into consideration accepting yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, is an important thing. People are gonna hate you regardless. How I feel, they're gonna hate you whether you got the newest pair of Jordans on, because they might feel you're bougie, or they're gonna hate you whether you got Skechers on because they feel like you're poor. So I figure if you're gonna be you, then be the best you that you can be. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I still even struggle with, even though I am aware of it. Isn't it kind of crazy? Another thing to take into consideration is time. That's a big important one. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. So don't be mad at yourself or afraid because you didn't find yourself overnight, because it's normal. No one's going to find themselves overnight. So take your time is, I guess, the piece that I was going to say. Don't try to rush it. Actually digest it and sit in the moment and come to those realizations. And with that, you got to want to make that change. Which leads me to the next big key point. And the last one of this one is being open-minded. Because when you're trying to make change and being considerate of change, open-mindedness is important, because we don't like to be our own critics. We would rather judge somebody else before we make that judgment on ourselves. And we ask a lot from other people that we don't give to other people. So if we're open-minded to their situation, putting ourselves into their shoes even, then and only then maybe we'd be able to take those steps to finding ourselves. Because you never know what anybody else is going through. And I feel like a lot of us complain, and a lot of us take a lot of things for granted. And I say us because I'm included as well. I was gonna do like a song of the day, but I just want people to actually sit back and actually consider this video and think about it. I'll leave you guys with a few jewels though. And the first jewel is along this journey of finding yourself, if you haven't found yourself, or if you're trying to find yourself with me or look for a certain part of you, we can do it together. And one thing that I have had to learn is not to compare myself to others. We do this all the time, whether we believe it or not. Even subconsciously, just looking at somebody else, we always want to do something bigger and better than anyone. And if you do this, you'll never be happy, because nobody is perfect, and there's always going to be somebody bigger and better than you. So always take that into consideration. Last thing I wanted to say was the fact that another reason why this video is important is because I'm in the bathroom, and I wanted to save this part for last because people might find it weird that I recorded this whole video in the bathroom, but it's important because, you know, the bathroom is your place of privacy. You know, this is a place where you're supposed to be by yourself, and I feel like a lot of people, you know, have their best thoughts in the bathroom. So I figured I would let you guys into my, you know, safe space, and we can start actually building a real relationship. Because like I said, this is an important month, and if I'm gonna start it off right. So I just want to thank you for watching. Hope you found something in this video useful. Leave a comment, like, suggest, love, hate, whatever your heart contents. I'll catch you next time, and be easy. Hey guys, it's me again. I'm about to add a short little snippet just to see if I'm getting the hang of this whole little recording thing. And I just wanted to say that I was sorry for being so vague in the video, but I didn't want to make it too long. I'm gonna leave some words in the description, leave you guys with a couple of things to think about, a couple of announcements. I'm gonna make another video coming out next week around April 11th. That's gonna be coming out, and it's gonna be the part 2 of this video. I just wanted to say thank you to all the people that, you know, has been like accepting of my videos and then giving me good feedback. Thank you, and thank you for keep pushing me, and I'm gonna just keep doing this. I mean, this is my creative outlet. I chose 3 hobbies, you know what I'm saying? One to make me money, one that's going to keep me creative, and one that's going to keep me healthy. And this is the one that's going to help me to be creative. I just want to say thank you to everyone again, and I'm going to leave you by saying take your time, get out your comfort zone, and do the things that you love. Deuces, be easy.